In early September, we asked Ohio Chef Pierre Wolfe to come to Clinton County to get a taste of what local food is like here in anticipation for the SALT Magazine Marketplace Cookshow. 3 weeks later, he was shaking hands with farmers at the Clinton County Farmers Market.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Eric Beard.
Hi, Eric.
What was your name again?
Pierre.
Pierre?
Yes.
What was his last name?
Wolfe.
Wolfe. Okay.
A little bit of French, a little German. There you go.
All right.
Tomatoes, I have so many of them, I don't know what to do.
Right,
I have to give them away now. Eggplants, I love eggplants. Gosh.
Pierre learned to love food while growing up in Paris and has spent most of his adult life in the kitchen. He's the star of the Our Ohio Cooking television series and a featured chef for the Ohio Farm Bureau.
We're making some. So you also grow lamb?
Lamb, yes.
Okay, so lamb and pork.
We do. We
Okay.
have the Tunis breed. It's a heritage breed, and we like the taste of it. We've raised lamb for over 20 years.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
How you gonna fix your turnips?
You know what? I'm going to probably add them to a stew. How do you recommend them?
I eat them raw. I eat them
yeah.
cooked. I eat them. Someone suggested once you put it in coleslaw. So you should get these honey baked ham bones.
After some needed shopping, Pierre and I decided to head to our first stop of the day. But first, a visit to Sugar Tree Ministries. Pierre was impressed by the size and the quality of the kitchen, which received a complete makeover and redesign courtesy of Rachel Ray. He joked with volunteers preparing lunch for the day who said they'd never leave if they didn't have to.
We have a lot of members. We have over.
Our first farm visit took us to Cherrybend Pheasant Farm on Cherrybend Road, where owner Beth Ellis told us a little bit about her farm's history and gave us a tour of the pheasant preserve and hunting grounds.
These are game birds, and they're more athletic. They don't carry a lot of fat on them, but they do raise a white pheasant up there that's got a little more meat on them. They can get a little bigger size out of them, and so a lot of people buy from them for that purpose. They do a good job of it.
We met a chicken named Jim in the pheasant coop, and then we were off again.
Go to chicken farms and they add rosemary or flavoring agents.
This is some of our cover crop. We have sorghum planted in. This keeps our birds on the farm. You know, they have a place to roost. They need a place to feed, and when we provide that for them, you know, this is eventually, you know, food. So it gives them an opportunity to survive. You know, they are pen-raised birds trying to live in the wild, but we do have a wild population right now because we saw chicks this spring.
Yep.
So this is sorghum.
Got good roots and just hold this stuff up good, so in February and March we can still be out here hunting and still have cover.
So kind of fun. Here you go.
It's really interesting. I want to thank you very much.
We would have liked to spend more time with Beth and Mick at the pheasant farm, but the day was young, and our next stop, A&M Orchard in Midland, was waiting.
The farm has been here since 1942, and we took over in '87.
The owners of A&M, Howard and Cynthia Day, farm some 173 acres of apples, pumpkins, strawberries, and just about every other fruit or vegetable you can grow in Ohio. But we were there for one reason: the apples.
Leave it in your guys' hand.
Nice and firm.
Yeah, they're not quite as firm as the lake. Yeah.
Howard showed us how they make their famous apple cider using a 100-year-old apple press.
A bushel will give you about 1.7 gallons.
Okay.
About 3.7 gallons per bushel.
Okay.
2 bushel go in here, and then you fold them up like that, and they'll hold their shape. Put the form up and drop it.
Popular apple.
It's lost its popularity over the years. It's
We walked through the sprawling apple orchards, sampling some of the goods for safe measure, while Howard explained to us the multiple varieties he grows.
Going away from the real sweet stuff. But yeah, each one has its own characteristics and its own.
Yeah, you would probably know. I think we'd have to try and say, okay, this one tastes the same as the other. It tastes like anything else.
Right, and every year
it takes time, practice.
And every year there's a different flavor. This year I think everything's got a really good flavor. Yeah, I drink about a gallon a week.
Oh my gosh.
And last but not least, my favorite A&M product, the cider, which Pierre and I made sure to stock up on before leaving for our next and last stop on the day.
Cheers! Cheers! Cheers, sweet.
John Branstrator of Branstrator Farms is the biggest pumpkin grower in the area, and he also specializes in peaches and strawberries. He has a clear passion for squashes and gourds, though, which Pierre made sure to tap into to use in his recipes for the SALT Magazine Marketplace Cookshow.
This is a Hopi Black.
And you know, different seed companies have different strains, and I like these because they're redder.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Isn't it just radiant?
Yes, it's absolutely splendid. Amazing colors. It's just also the shape. It's just so perfect.
Been a lot of creativity around Wilmington last